5,500 Tesla Model 3 and Model Y have been spotted in Tesla's parking lot at Gigafactory Shanghai. Why is this good news? Well, you know what? There's still lots of countries around the world waiting for Tesla Model Y vehicles to arrive. They've never been to Australia, for example. And Tesla currently has around 75% of the EV market in Australia. Tesla, bring some to Australia. We need the Tesla Model Y straight away, please. Hey, the good news here is Tesla is ramping up production at Gigafactory Shanghai, and this means that more people will get EVs this year than ever before. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans. I'm coming to you here from Melbourne in Australia. It's hot summer here. It's hot. I'm sweating. Probably can't tell, but yeah, it's a hot night. But I'm stoked to see this news from Sawyer Merritt. Now, yesterday morning, Tesla fan and investor Sawyer Merritt tweeted out some images of Tesla Model Y and Model 3 vehicles parked at Shanghai's port. The cars are ready to be loaded onto a cargo ship for export. According to Wuhua, loading started yesterday. Now, while posting images of inventory apparently inside EVs say is frowned upon by many in the Tesla community, that's because there's usually minimal information about the lot itself, the reason the cars are there, how many cars are really there, etc. In this case, we know that those Tesla vehicles were there and we know how many were there. Now, Merritt says he counted 5,200, but he claims that there were 5,500 there. So he's actually gone through them by hand and counted each one of them. So kudos to you. I don't think I'd have the patience to individually count 5,500 electric cars. That's impressive that you could do that and actually blow that image up to see how many cars were there. Now, this is what Sawyer said. Side note, some cars were blocked by buildings, so I couldn't count them all. So the 5,200 number is low. It's probably closer to 5,500 or more. So it could be more than 6,000 potentially. We don't actually know. We just know that there was at least 5,200 sitting there at the port waiting to be exported. Now, why does this news matter? You probably think this isn't news, this doesn't matter. Well, actually, yes, it does. This is why it matters. Well, right now, Hyundai, they make an incredible EV, the Ioniq 5, and there is literally tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people globally, there is hundreds of thousands of people globally that are interested in buying one. But they cannot because Hyundai doesn't make enough. Well, it's the same with Kia, the EV6. Same exact issue. They've sold out of the Kia EV6 here in Australia for the next 4 years. Same issue with Rivian R1T. What have that Rivian got? 80,000 pre-orders. Same issue for Tesla with the Cybertruck. Same issue for Volkswagen with many of their EVs. Production matters. Now, despite the continued global shortages from the COVID-19 pandemic, which have led to an increase in car prices, both new and used. Have you seen the increase in used car prices? It's ludicrous. I don't know what's going on. Absolutely insane. Now, also, the other problem has been a global chip shortage. But in spite of that, Tesla was able to break production and delivery records by a massive amount in 2021. Now, the company is aiming to increase volume by 50% in 2022. Meaning that it hit around about 1.5 million vehicle deliveries this year. Now, Tesla actually said it could potentially hit this number without its 2 new factories coming online. And what we've seen cars being manufactured right now at Gigafactory Germany and Gigafactory Austin, Texas. So realistically, we could even see up to 2 million cars. We could even see an increase of 100% this year from Tesla, and that will matter significantly whether you're an investor or you're someone who just wants to buy an electric car. Even if you're not planning on buying a Tesla, this could potentially free up more stock from other manufacturers so that you'll have access to, say, a BYD EV or an Xpeng or Neo EV or a Kia EV or a Volkswagen EV. So that's why it's great news. In addition to that, the more ICE cars we get off the roads, the better. Now, Tesla has made it clear that Giga Shanghai is officially its primary export hub. The factory has already proven that it can produce more vehicles than Tesla's original estimate. And they're not going to be slowing down this year. To be honest, it looks like even though January is usually a quiet month, most Chinese EV manufacturers have reported their sales for January and they're significantly lower than they were in December of last year. That's pretty normal. But it looks as though it's not affecting Tesla right now. Now, if you look at Tesla's current run rate, they actually produced more than 70,000 EVs at the factory in Shanghai in December last year. That is a lot of cars. That puts them on an annual run rate of well over 800,000. But remember, they are currently trying to build that factory and make that bigger so that they can potentially have a run rate of 1 million EVs coming out of that factory by the end of this year. Maybe not even the end of the year. Might be even sooner than that. If you consider the fact that CATL are currently building a battery factory next door, which will provide Tesla with 80 gigawatt hours of batteries. Well, they need enough cars for 80 gigawatt hours of batteries, don't they? So they're going to need to be able to actually increase their production rate significantly in order to actually provide CATL with the contract that Tesla has agreed to. Now, some Tesla skeptics are going to see these cars here and they're going to say, I told you there was no demand. I told you this is bad news for Tesla. Don't invest in this company. It's a scam. The reason behind such comments would be perhaps Tesla may be struggling to sell its cars in China. That's what people have been saying until, well, Tesla sold how many in China in December? How many was it again? 70,000 in 1 month. However, if you follow Tesla closely, you may know that Tesla aims to focus on exports early in the first quarter, or usually the first month of the quarter. They follow local deliveries at the end of the quarter. Now, as I said before, there were reports saying that Tesla is on track to produce 1 million EVs in China in 2022 and at least 1.5 million vehicles for the year. Now, if Tesla can produce 1 million EVs in Shanghai alone this year, in addition to its Fremont output, it makes sense that a 50% increase is easily possible this year just from those two factories alone. Now, Tesla produced more cars in Fremont in 2021 than any other automotive factory in North America. That was an impressive 445,000 vehicles produced at their Fremont factory. If you add whatever they can make or produce at Gigafactory Austin, Texas, where they're already producing cars right now with structural battery packs with 4680 cells, and then you add Gigafactory Berlin, then Tesla's 2022 production and delivery could be potentially more than 1.7 and up to 2 million vehicles. Now remember, if Tesla is already on a run rate of 840,000 vehicles in December of last year, then they could hit a run rate of over 1 million within a few months at that factory. It's going to be interesting to see. I'll report on that to you. I'll let you know what their run rate is. So you'll let you know what the likely numbers are for Gigafactory Shanghai as more information comes to hand over the next few months. But my question for you is, how many cars do you think Tesla will produce this year? Now, many of you have heard my estimate, which is 1.8 million, which would be a doubling of last year. I think that's actually a relatively fair number. I don't think that's something coming from a Tesla superfan. I don't think that's exaggeratory. I think it's possible and realistic. Now, unfortunately, I think these vehicles are heading to Europe, not Australia. So sorry, Aussies. I know I would love a Tesla Model Y, but I think it's not going to be for a few months until we see them here in Australia. Now, personally, what I'm intrigued to know, in addition to how many EVs you think Tesla can produce this year, is this other question, right? I want to know, what EV do you want? If you could buy any EV right now, whether that's a BYD, a Tesla, a Ford F-150 electric pickup truck, a Volkswagen ID4, if you could have any EV, a rematched Navira, any, what would it be? What's your dream EV? Or what's just your EV that you realistically want to buy within the next 24 months? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to read through it and I'm going to be more interested to see what people are after. It should be revealing in terms of showing us, the kind of EVs that people really want to buy right now. Thanks for watching the channel and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.